Anthony, this Saturday will be your first game back at the club since you've been away with England. Just what are you hoping to get from the match personally?
Yeah, I think my main focus is obviously trying to get a W with these guys who have been putting in the hard work. The last however many weeks it's been since the start of the season. So yeah, I mean, my focus is just trying to bring an energy to the side and work as hard as possible to try and get the win this weekend.
Obviously, it must have been frustrating to have had your setback with your hamstring injury, but just how did your recovery go?
Yeah, it's been alright. Obviously, as you said, it's been massively frustrating in terms of injuries for me this year, but this is part of life and part and parcel of the sport we play. So I'm not in control of those type of things. It's just as I said, part of the sport. So you just got to move on and try and get better from it. Again, I've been working on the speed and stuff outside of since the injury. So it's been a blessing in some regard, I guess.
And we're approaching the business end of the season with crucial games coming up. Just how does the energy and focus of the team change at this point in the season?
I wouldn't say there's a huge change of focus. Obviously since the start of the year we were always trying to build and trying to get wins as much as possible, and that doesn't change now. Obviously there's a bit more focus on points and stuff and where we are in the table, I guess. But for us, especially going into this weekend, it's about trying to just pick up a win against Wasps, a tough side, and we're under no illusions about how tough it's going to be. They're coming into form, and we're looking to bounce back after last week's defeat. So it's going to be a challenge for us. But again, as I say, it's one that we're preparing well for, and we're going to continue to do that.
And as you were saying, Wasps have been on good form recently. How do you think Bath need to approach the game on Saturday? They've got threats all over the park, really. For us as backs, obviously Danny Cipriani's been orchestrating play for them in recent weeks, and they've got deadly finishers and back three players as a whole. Obviously Wadey and Kurtley Beale. I think Willie Lurie is injured, but a few of their other players are outstanding out there. So for us, we're going to have to be on our money in terms of our kick chase and stuff like that, and try and close down their space. But we're just going to try and implement our game plan as well. Everyone wants to talk about how Wasps attacking threat, but we're very concentrated on what we can do in terms of defence to them, and then when we get the chances, is to implement our attacking plan on them.